Deep in the heart of Texas, San Antonio, the scene for the Raptors. The hard-working and energetic Scotty Barnes. They'll need his production tonight as they get set to square off against the Spurs. Raptors, Spurs, up next. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Amen Thompson and the Houston Rockets. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. Should be a fun one.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. And it's quickly in at the 1 spot. And for San Antonio, filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. The Raptors making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
Lorenzo Johnson.
Fox passes to Vassell. Johnson with the block. Castle against quickly. 4 on the clock. Here's Vassell. Missed inside. The Raptors have got 3 big shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Wembanyama, a screen on Johnson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Johnson dishes to Pirtle. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing 2 teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
Fox against Johnson. Ingram outside. Johnson surveying the floor. A baseline J. Again, Toronto.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Wembanyama's got 13 points.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Johnson kicks to Barnes. And here's the fast break. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Johnson against Fox. Johnson, the pass to quickly. There's the triple. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the future is looking bright for the Spurs. On and off the court, they pledged over $1 billion for a new arena and surrounding civic improvements in downtown San Antonio. I'm told nothing with the project has been finalized just yet, but clearly the Spurs are looking to help finance a new state-of-the-art arena in the near future, around Victor Wembanyama, no less.
Yep, a wonderful organization. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Knocks it loose. Dick with the steal. Johnson kicks to quickly. Back to Johnson. Here's the screen. off target from three-point range. San Antonio leading by 4. Here's Cornette. Sinks the three-pointer.
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And slam dunk by Johnson.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. On the wing, Johnson quickly covering Cornette. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cornette's got 5 now.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Johnson attacking.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Now into the lineup for San Antonio, number 4, De'Aaron Fox.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Harper. And it's Cornette in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back to you guys. You
love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. Johnson for 3. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. Here's Fox. Again, the Spurs, good for 2. And Craig, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. R.J. Barrett's checked in for the Raptors. Outside Harper. Barnes sets a screen for Harper. A pass to Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And Cornette gets it to go. Cornette's got 7 points in the game.
Well, this is his bread and butter, folks. You know he's going to be hounding every missed opportunity.
Johnson can't hit. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Nobody near Barnes. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Now it's a 5-point Spurs lead. Johnson with the bounce pass. Good on the bucket. Murray Boyles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Harper, no good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And stolen by Barnes. In transition, here comes San Antonio, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Don't you love the pace? Because Barnes going end-to-end, so hard to deal with defensively.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Wembanyama comes in for Luke Cornette. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. Johnson finds Dick. Kicks it out to Johnson. Barnes, screen on Fox. It's good from long range. 18 points for Johnson.
That's his 2nd bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow. And
it's Johnson.
Oh, my goodness.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Not everyone has the green light to take that free in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Dick, that's good.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And the Spurs with some changes. Champagne's checked in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Spurs lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And you know, that usually leads to a high field goal percentage. And moving on to some awards, these are the 2 players of the week in their respective conferences. In the West, Nikola Jokic.
The talent of the Jokers being recognized. Big achievements for the big man from Serbia. He's one of those players that can win at any time.
Yeah, he's asked to do a lot, I'm telling you, but he ends up doing it, and he gets a lot of triple-doubles, Shaq.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now this
is his second trip to the free throw line.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
And Doris, the Raptors, it would seem further ahead defensively than they are at the offensive end.
Kevin, it's an organization that historically looks for size. They have a lot of length and athleticism. The ability to force turnovers and be disruptive is something they identify, and then they want to push in transition. They're actually an entertaining group.
And that one's good, Barnes. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
The Raptors making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And again, no good by Toronto.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And he hammers that one down right in the face of De'Aaron Fox.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here. I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Johnson dishes to Pirtle. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc, again, Johnson missing. Spurs leading by 4. Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Johnson with it. Headed now by Barnes. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Fox, and the Spurs scoring again. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Outside Fox. Shoots over Johnson. On the wing, Johnson. They set the pick. Back to quickly. Johnson outside. Launches a 3, and it's quickly missing. A pass to Fox. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Let's go to the sideline and hear some news about Scotty Barnes. Allie, what's his status?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Toronto let me know the status. He said there's a bit of weakness in the wrist area, but so far no sign of any broken bones. They are going to keep him on the sidelines tonight, and it may be a few more games until he's ready to get back on the court. Guys?
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
What's remarkable to me, though, is how resilient players in the NBA are and the quality of the training staff and the approach they take in the rehab process. And that really helps accelerate the return to play, which is what every organization is trying to do.
In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Harper is out there with Fox, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Johnson outside. To the middle, out to Barrett. Shoots over Harper, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Barrett.
Boy, the handles of R.J. Barrett on full display. What a pretty drive.
To the paint, here's Cornette. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Raptors trail by 4. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And the shot is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And Cornette gets it to go.
Well, right to the rim. If there's a size advantage, you attack immediately.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. So both teams making some changes here. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, "You're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end." Guys?
And Allie, thanks so much. Johnson down low, guarded by Fox, and it's Ingram missing.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Here's Fox, puts up the 3, down he goes for 3.
That's 2 triples for him, 1 in the first, 1 in the second.
Castle sets the pick for Johnson. Now quickly. Shoots. Sinks the big jumper.
Quickly, just a calm demeanor in the biggest of moments. That is beautiful basketball.
2 points. That one goes.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Now Johnson. Barrett. Good work there as it goes down.
Undaunted by the moment, R.J. Barrett.
Wembanyama jackhammers in.
I'd say that's impossible, but he does this every night, folks. Victor Wembanyama.
There's the pick. Now Barrett launches it, and there's the three.
I like that. Pivotal moment in the game, and Barrett showing some mental fortitude.
Fox. Now Castle. No good from three. Castle against quickly. Now Barrett. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Spurs ball.
San Antonio's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Now Castle, and an intentional foul right there.
Emmanuel Quickly. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Champagny. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Johnson rips down the board.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Ingram. Johnson outside. Now Barrett lets loose a 3.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Toronto calls timeout. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Johnson fires. It's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
It's the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Barrett. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And now we present the player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.